Hi, this is your girl Jazz, and today I am reviewing the Asics Gel-Quantum 360 cm shoes. I love the color. They're bright and look at me! At least that's what I see, what I want to say when I see them. You know, somebody that's begging for attention like I always am. One thing I think is pretty cool outside of the bright colors and everything like that is that the bottom just reminds me of Jolly Ranchers. Just the colors, the texture, kind of jelly. So maybe I guess the shoes. Sorry, my sweet tooth's kicking in and now I want some Jolly Ranchers because of these shoes. Anyways, one thing that I find is a bit interesting is that the majority of the shoe is suede. So it's kind of something that you need to, you know, think about whenever you're getting these. Because, you know, suede isn't water friendly, so make sure that you protect those. Like I said, the majority of it, as you can see in the back, maybe it's some glossy suede. Just kidding, no. But like I said, the majority of it is suede, at least the top portion on it. And obviously there's no suede on the bottom because that would just be silly. Let's see, some features about these shoes. One thing that I initially tried these on, I was 2 seconds away from returning them because they were very small, or they were very snug is the best way to phrase it. But it's just something you gotta break in. It's not where it's you need to go up a size or down a size or anything like that. It's just a bit, just needs to be broken in pretty much. So what I did is I just grabbed a couple of washcloths, stuck them in there and kind of, you know, kind of stretched it out overnight. Definitely made a big difference. They're very comfortable. They're very, like I said, they're very snug. One thing that I would suggest, it's not a huge deal, but as far as the shoelaces, you may want to get another bright color because the material that it's made out of kind of makes them a little bit loose. But other than that, I mean, that's something that's not really a huge deal because that can be easily replaced. Let's see, they're fairly lightweight. It does have a little bit of it's not where you can easily throw them. They're not that weight. They'll probably go a good distance because they have a small amount of weight to them, but it's not where it feels like you're running in like those heavy military boots, or at least I would imagine. I've never put a pair on. Let's see. It does seem to have a lot of cushion all the way around. Initially when I first wore these, I did have a little bit of irritation on the back, my little heel, Achilles tendon, whatever you want to call it. But if you get your socks high enough, I didn't have any issues working out in these. Let's see, what else? Some of the features that we can come up with. These are very, it has, what does it says? Tenuous shock during impact on toe phases and allows movement for multiple planes. So if you're you know, one of those, let me put it nicely, unique people that like to work out outside in the summer because for whatever reason you can adapt to that, maybe like a lizard where you need the heat outside. Sorry, it's summer, it's 200 degrees outside, it feels like, you feel like you're about to melt, so not my particular cup of tea. I'd rather stay on the treadmill or, you know, walk around at maybe 2 o'clock in the morning. Like another type of weirdo that I know, but hey, some people are morning people. I, for one, am not. Some people are outdoors people. I don't mind as long as there's water involved, but I don't do heat very well because I will be coming, you know, grumpy when it gets too hot. Amongst other things that make me grumpy, but that's besides the point. So some of the descriptions about it, it does, you know, as they say, fit like a glove. One that probably hasn't been broken into well, like I said, just needs a little bit stretched out. Maybe I just have a white foot. I don't know. Why don't you let me know if you have these pretty colorful shoes, and you know, let me know how they fit on you. Everybody's different. Let's see. It has a seamless construction. The use of seamless materials reduces the potential for irritation and friction. Like I said, the only part that I really kind of had a possibility of concern about was the heel again, initially putting it on. But other than that, I still have a little bit of, which just needs to be broken into a little bit more, a little bit of too much of a snugness on the side, maybe right here, pretty much a little bit right below my pinky toe, but that's just me personally. Apparently it reduces the weight of the sole unit while retaining the structure of the integrity of the shoe. So it still does have some bounce back to it. Like I said, these are kind of like gummy, so to speak, so it's going to help absorb any type of impact that your heel might have. I still, for the life of me, do not understand. When you're running, why isn't this part of the shoe have just as much cushion as the heel? I'm sorry, but when I run, the few and far between times that I do run, I mainly hit the ball of my foot, not the back, so I don't understand why there's not more cushion up here. I don't know. I'm not a shoe designer, but I do wear them, so just my concern and my kind of consideration, even with the insoles and things like that, I noticed that a lot of pressure or more padding and everything like that is usually in the heel. I mean, I understand if you're standing up, you know, walking normal, you do, you know, your heel does, you know, come more in contact, but for running shoes, I don't understand why there's not more padding in the front. I mean, because when I'm running, that's usually where the majority of my weight hits. The few, you know, when I'm running after the ice cream or something like that. No, I'm just kidding. But I do run from time to time, so it's not a huge shocker. So especially with somebody with extra weight on them, I would strongly suggest having, just in general, more cushion. This one does have a little bit more cushion. As you can see, it kind of fades off, except for like on the, I don't know, what toe would that be? I guess the middle toe, if you have one of those weird toes that kind of stick out a little bit longer. But I mean, it does seem like it has more cushion than some of the shoes that I have seen in the past, where it's just kind of like a little paper thin insole or cushion, which really doesn't do much. So this one does seem to have a little bit more to it, as you can see. So that's an added benefit. I have done a lot of walking with these shoes, not too much running. So as far as the impact on that, I will post an update on that once I do a little bit more running on it. On the comments below to kind of give you a better idea of it. Apparently the material is supposed to be lasting longer. It's supposed to have, it's called ortholite lasting material, and it's supposed to be plush under the foot comfort while providing excellent moisture management and a high level of breathability. I guess probably that's why it's kind of meshy right up here. So that way you don't have stinky feet. Let's see, what other kind of things? It has both rear and front gels, which, like I said, the Jolly Ranchers is the gel part that they're talking about. Just in case you didn't know what I was talking about. Let's see, what else can I talk about? It says that it has the heel clutching system technology, and it has an exoskeleton heel, which obviously I'm horrible at this with some of my shoes. When I'm in a rush, I'll just step on the back and kind of break it, which I know it's not good, but I guess that's the country part of me. From what I'm told, that's pretty country, but I don't know. That's just me, but I've been told I'm country too, so anyways. It has an exoskeleton heel, so this part right here, you can hear the plasticness of it. It's very hard to bend, actually, now that I think about it. I never really think about it when I was putting it on, because I was trying to, you know, new pairs of shoes, you always kind of, you know, give that extra delicate care to it, but after wearing it for about a month, and you're like, yeah, it's just a regular pair of shoes. Maybe it's just me. Because shoes don't last very long with me, especially if I wear them day in and day out. I had some New Balances that ended up turning out to Old Balances. But I was told that they were called. But anyways, the exoskeleton heel provides improved support and creates an improved heel fitting. So like I said, with the snug part, it is pretty holds on pretty well. I didn't have too many issues. Wear socks a little bit higher, you won't have to worry about the irritation or anything like that. One thing that I can kind of, while I was playing with the shoes while I'm doing the review, one thing that I did notice is that on the bottom you actually can kind of feel the cushion. It's not touching, you don't have to worry about it, being worn down unless you're wearing all of this down first, but then you're going to get into the jelly, and so you don't have to really worry about the cushion. But I think that's kind of cool, like you can actually feel the cushion all the way to the bottom. It's kind of soft right here too, to kind of give you an idea of how it's not, I guess it'll absorb more impact that way, because it doesn't have anything hitting against it, or stopping it, should I say. So, I mean, these are actually pretty cool shoes. I like them. They're very comfortable. No issues with them whatsoever, other than the initial having to break them in, which, why can't you have shoes that are already broken in? Well, I guess, they'd be used shoes, wouldn't have new shoes. Anyways, sometimes I speak without thinking, and then I think about it, I'm like, oh, well, that would make sense then, why you don't do it that way. Okay, well anyways, that pretty much wraps up my review for these shoes. Like I said, pretty comfortable, nice pair of shoes. And I think that's about, I think covered all the, there's a couple of different technologies to it. Let me go through them one more time. Okay, it has Trusic technology. Let me find out where that is. Oh, that's actually what I'm talking, or this right here is the Trusic technology. And that reduces the weight of the sole unit while retaining the structure of the integrity of the shoe, which I've already stated that. Okay. So, like I said, that just kind of wraps up my review. Make sure I've touched all the bases, all the technology, all the reviews that I can get off the internet, plus my opinions of the shoes and whether they're worth it or not. I will post an update later on down the line in the comments below to see, kind of give you an update on whether, after using them for, a month or two, whether they're worth it or not, because, I mean, I can wear them for, a few weeks, break them in, they'll be great, but a month down the line, if they're starting deteriorating and all sorts of pains and everything like that, it might not be worth spending the $130 that's on the website right now, what they're so for. So be sure to like and subscribe, because I still have my little contest giveaway going on once I reach 100 subscribers. So I'm not backing out of that, but like I said, let me know your opinions of these shoes. Like and subscribe, and best of all, stay jazzy. Thanks, guys.